ask you. I know what I gave you. Please tell me what you gave me. Now let me ask you.
Hello people, it's your boy Ambassador again on Chakara TV. So as usual, we're trying to bring new things here and there. I think you had a brief introduction to the New African Man podcast. I always like to explain what the whole concept is about. When we talk about New African Man, it's not man as in male, but it's just Africans as in whole. And also, you notice that we're having transgenerational conversations. So I think I'm a little bit older than the people we have on set. I realize that there's a disconnect between the generations as to regards to how they see things, and then between the two genders. So we also have male, female, and then we're going to mix it up. So today we are going to be talking about polygamy. But first, I guess most of you on Chakara TV already know me, your boy Ambassador again. So on set with me, I have
Chari.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys will get to know more about Chari as the discussion goes, as I say. Out of the abundance of the mind, the mouth speaketh. Yeah. And on this other side, I have Hassan. Okay, yeah. So you can see that they are very modern guys with their names, Chari, Hassan. There's no Emmanuel, there's no Johnson. So the guys will have very modern opinions. But also, I also feel like we call it African man because I feel like the rest of the world tells the African story. The world tells our story. It's about time that Africans also say what we think and then tell our own story. So we'll just jump into it. Today we're talking about polygamy. It has been a call for concern for me over the last few months. A lot of things have happened. There was this footballer who left all of his money to his mother. There have been incidents where people are divorcing, the rates are going up, domestic violence is on the rise. So first, I just want to know what you guys think. Before we start going into the details, they say the devil is in the detail. What do you guys think about polygamy?
From my perspective, I think polygamy should not be a thing.
Okay.
I've been around a lot of polygamous houses and a lot of polygamous people, and trust me, the most broken people grow up from polygamous homes.
Yeah. It shows that very few. The most broken people grow up from polygamous homes.
Yeah, okay. Most times. I
don't know that much about. I've never experienced a polygamous home.
I'm talking from someone who grew up from a family where his granddad had 2 wives and 16 children.
Okay.
So I have seen the relationship between my grandmoms, my step-grandmoms, and my cousins, my step-cousins. So you get to discover that there's this separation.
Yeah.
There's this distance.
Yeah.
There's this lack of sibling touch.
Yeah,
that's the word I will use.
I can imagine.
And so maybe some people get to feel that, okay, my own siblings are the ones my mother produced. And John says my own siblings are the ones my mother produced. And sometimes it really gets problematic. You understand? You know, some people feel like get to know their step siblings just when they need something. You understand? And when it comes to a cordial relationship between siblings, it's missing.
It's not really there.
Yeah, it's not really there. And we get sometimes mother that you see children start growing up with very, very porous characters. For example, this mom telling don't eat from your stepmom, don't touch from don't do all this. And so this starts up
suspicion.
I know children, we are a product of what we went through. Most of us are a product of what we went through as a child. So imagine growing up in a house where your mom always told you, made you feel always made you understand that the next person closest to you is not a good person.
But before we go into too much, because I'll ask a lot of questions out here. I'm just trying to understand these things, right? Not like I don't know. I want to know where everybody stands. Because there's the other aspect of fidelity, which I think there's a correlation between fidelity or infidelity and polygamy. Wait, on your own side, what do you think about polygamy?
I think, first of all, let me see, because there are 2 forms of polygamy. We have polyandry and I think polygyny. Polygyny is when a man has more than 1 wife. Polyandry is when a woman has more than 1. But for the sake of the African context, we'll focus on polygyny because we are.
No, but I also think like a lot of these Western things are now affecting us. I almost took a pen and paper to start jotting down those definitions because I'm learning from what you're saying. But anyway, go ahead.
In the strict African context, I'll focus on polygyny. A man having more than 1 wife. And I think I stand for that. Actually stand for that, yes.
Okay, that's interesting.
It has always been an African context that a man having more than one wife, first of all, the social part of it, where normally the status in society is different.
Okay.
Yes, because first of all,
So you get more respect, or
yeah,
what do you mean?
obviously you are getting more respect.
You're
And
the man's man.
yes, it's general that a man who can take care of even more than 2 households can solve even the country's problems.
Okay, that's an interesting opinion.
Yes, because it is really, and the issue is, I would generally say, if let me say the children start growing up and going away, it is you, the man, that has to make sure that you bring your women and the children into one accord. Because no matter how we say it, it's just because recently or in this times, I mean, the economic situation has been bad for many people. You see, inflation is going up and everything. That's why people maybe settle less for polygamy. But generally, even in the sense of sexual preference, at least sexual variety, at least with polygamy, as a man, you have, I mean,
Diversity, balance diet.
diversity,
Okay,
balance diet.
so are you saying that? And usually, I just like to make this disclaimer too, right?
Yeah.
At times, my mouth talks out of topic, like when I just mentioned balanced diet.
Yes, yeah.
My mom will not be very happy with that reference. So usually, in the comment section, people just ask me, "Are you listening to yourself?" That's something my mother used to always tell me when
Yes.
my mind starts speaking out of the ordinary. So some of those things, don't blame me. It's just my disconnect between my mouth and my brain at times. Now, coming back to what you are saying,
Yes.
where you were saying that, so according to you, every man will want to be polygamous if he had the economic means to be.
Not every man,
Most.
per se, but most.
Most.
I know for a fact that most want.
And also addressing the issues he raised, you think if a man is in control of his house good enough, some of the issues which he was raising with regards to polygamy will not arise.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. What are your thoughts about that?
I think it's not a man who holds a house. It's a woman.
Okay.
If you notice, every child has a stronger bond with their mother
Very true.
than with their dads. I'm not trying to say, I know particularly male children, right? But children are always closer to their mom because having to raise these children from
carry,
taking them up.
Yeah.
So most times fathers are always absentees.
They're in the bar.
Like I grew up, my dad was never home. You see him in the morning, very early in the morning, and you see him in the night when he comes back from work.
Yeah.
So throughout that period, who builds? Because we know that in every contemporary African man is a provider. And so it's already something we have at the back of our mind. So this man has to provide. So it already makes him not wanting to stay home. You get. And so most times women get to stay home with the children. And so it is these women who control the house. So most times if a woman says this is how it goes, that's how it goes. Even in houses where men are present, trust me, 90% of houses are being controlled by women. You might not just know, you might see the man at the forefront. There is the woman who controls it.
But I want to just bring that spin of infidelity, right? That's just me, because like right now, I don't even know if I'm pro-marriage, if I'm going to talk about polygamy and the rest, right? So I'm just asking questions, you guys should not get mixed up. So now, I feel like polygamy might be a solution to infidelity, but also we see lots of men, even the men who are polygamous, still being unfaithful to their wives. But also my question is, because I had this conversation with some girls and they were like, most girls, it's almost a non-negotiable. As soon as he cheats, it's over. As soon as he cheats, it's over. And I was asking the girl like, but all the great men we know, the religious men, the politicians, that's Bill Clinton, what's his name? Mandela, Samuel Eto'o, all of those guys are having scandals of infidelity. Why do you think that your own man is going to be different? What special thing do you have where you think your own man will be different? Now, if I've already established that beginning, or that, I don't call it a fact, but that consistent repetition of men cheating, it almost looks like all men cheat by default as soon as they have the options or the variety to. On the other hand, I was thinking to myself like, okay, so if all of these men cheat by default, is it a good premise to set? I was asking the other girl like, you go into the marriage, you say for better or for worse. I think cheating is part of that for worse. When you're talking about for worse, what were you referring to? if as soon as the man cheats, you are jumping out of the relationship.
I even changing my verse for better for better. Yeah, many people are doing that
They
right
are
now.
trying to scam themselves. Where is the better coming from? Life in itself is not better to that.
So,
I was just thinking like that might be a solution to the infidelity if men have that option. Also, I feel like there's that Africanness where men were allowed to have many wives. Now it has changed, and then we're having most of the men. Okay, let me just give you guys a typical thing I realized. I think I'm older, and when I get close to what I realized was I look at a man from afar and say, this guy, see. You know, like when you're in the professional world, somebody is a director, is a CEO, he looks like a very interesting character. You want to get close to him to pick his ideas, how he moves. You want to have his ideas about life, the way he talks to women. He has some class, some charisma, and the rest. Yeah. So just like the guy. As soon as you get close to him, you start realizing that this guy is not as legit and as straight as
Yes.
by the time office hours when you knew him, it's just like hey, all the secretaries say good morning, hi, hello, hi, this guy's a guy of class. But as soon as after 6, and then the guy's taking 1 or 2 bottles, you start seeing he has a wife at home, you know his wife, people go there, everything looks like it's rosy. But as soon as you guys start familiarizing yourself, you see him start talking to some small grasshoppers here and then like what is wrong with us? I'm putting us because I tell people like I don't advocate for cheating. But I cannot really say that okay, my definitions are very complicated. I say I don't cheat because I believe cheating is when you are dishonest. If I'm honest about
cheating.
don't call it cheating again. If I'm honest about my stepping out, then it's no longer cheating. Does that make sense?
It makes total sense. And yes.
I feel like I need to hang out of this.
He has said many things here. Like there's a saying that do not meet your role models.
Yeah.
Because there's a perception that we have in our minds about them, that we hold them to high esteem that we also forget at some point that they are humans. Yeah, you understand? So the issue now, like how you were talking about even infidelity, we'll come to the infidelity part because I've noticed that we talk every day about men cheating. We do not talk about women cheating. But I actually am of the view that women actually cheat like men. It's just that men are either too busy to notice, or the side niggas that the women are with, they know their place. That's the thing. Yeah. Because if there's a side chick and the main chick, you see, even the side chick will go and even follow the main chick on social media. But if there's a side nigga, the side nigga knows his place. That I don't want to claim you. I don't want to be with you.
Normally, in that context, you cannot even clash with the main man. The main man is older than you, surely economically is stronger than you.
So you just avoid it. You just avoid it. And the issue also of this polygamy, I think, is the whole concept starts from the conception of the marriage itself.
Yeah.
Again, there is in the African context, let's say here, we will talk about polygamy and monogamy. They are legalized systems of marriage. So before you are signing that or you are getting to that, I think if you make your spouse understand that I am signing for polygamy, I think he or she should understand because I'm limiting it to polygyny. I'm limiting it to polygyny. Yeah. So she should understand that what she sees, she should just understand that she signed up for it at the beginning.
But now most modern girls will not accept that.
Yeah, they will not. That's why I'm saying that if you as a man, you cannot. That's why even as we talk on the women running the house and everything, I think it is the same as our system, our political system. There's a legislator, there's a judiciary. Legislators make the law, judiciary they interpret and follow the law. You get
okay. So which
it's the same way like the house. The father is a legislator. He makes a law. The mother interprets it to the other part of the family. So if you it's not about how she wants. If you as a father, and the issue also is most men we get caught up in amassing a lot of wealth and status for ourselves that we actually forget about the household. But if you as a father actually focus on your household, you are going to ensure that things actually go well for you.
But let me also tell you something, right?
Yes.
I feel like men don't have a choice. I was discussing with my brother some time ago, and I was telling him like men are in a very uncomfortable or unfortunate position. They're expected to go out and hustle, but you also lose touch with the children.
Yeah.
Down the line, when you get older, you want to get closer to the children, but it's already too late because you have lost touch with them, you have lost touch.
Yes.
You who went out to hustle, now is the one who's almost look like, I don't want to call it outcast, but you're almost like the person who's the outsider in that family.
Like a bit.
And like he was giving the example of polygamy. When there's too much rivalry and tension in that household, it almost looks now like everything you are to blame.
Yeah, you're the man.
You see what I'm saying? Because like he was saying, his is even different because he was like second degree impact. Where he was saying his grandmother, it was not like his mother, so it's his grandmother. So when you see,
let it be my mom. No, because I for one, I don't want to see my dad marry another woman if my mom is alive.
but do you really have a choice?
Do you really have a choice? Like, because you're not
Right now.
Yes.
Right now.
Yes.
My dad wakes up. My parents have been together for 24 years.
Yes.
And they met when they were 21.
Okay.
So they started living together when they were 21.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm beginning to understand some certain things. Like if my dad wakes up today and says he wants another one, I start feeling like my mom is not enough.
No, it's not that.
No, I'm just saying it might not be that. Should that be her issue? It might not be that. No, it might not be that. But I start feeling like my mom not enough for me. You get, and then you start seeing things like my sister and I maybe because they have to have a understanding. Yeah. We start separating ourselves, feeling like okay, fine. If my dad feels like this, who he wants to be with, he should be with. You get, we start building thoughts in your head like, okay, so as you don't choose that other woman, let him go and be with that his family, let them have their children, and then maybe you start seeing not suicidal thoughts. Soon you start hearing that, okay, now I'm looking at those children, my father is giving those children more attention, the way he's giving them things he did not give us. And then I start feeling like, okay, one day I will kill you, one day you kill them. No, honestly, these are practical things. Like, you see what I'm saying? So, I will kill them. I know a family where if one of the moms died, right, like a polygamous house, when the mom died, the other woman's children started blaming the other woman's child for killing their mother when that was not even the case.
Yeah, of course, it's just suspicion.
That's what polygamy does. Polygamy, it turns a good and loving person into a beast.
But have you also stood and asked like fathers, because it is all about mother. Have you ever stood and asked fathers what they think or what they want?
Now I want to answer a question. That's the point. Have you ever wondered why many men will not allow their women get other men, but they want to get other women? Have you ever asked about it? Because they, the men, will feel like they are not man enough if their woman needs another man.
But just to add to something,
that one is not.
No, it's trust me. Let me ask you a question, right? From the history of how men and women used to exist, right? In those days, they did not have, let's say, it was not used to get the DNA test.
Yeah.
So the woman is sure that she is the mother of this child. She carried the child. The man is not sure. If now this woman is what does people call it? Having many husbands. Yes. Now the woman is pregnant. Who is the father of that child? Not do DNA test.
I think that is the fatality of what we call infidelity between both gender. That is like at the pinnacle of it. Like at because the man, right? If he is, they say there's a conception that because men generally they are judged by what they can provide, and women are judged by their moral compass. Women are their moral compass is more than men. You understand? Yeah. The issue is if men cheat, there's a high probability that even from the whole idea of sex, there is literally a hymen to be broken when you want to just virgin a woman. Mm-hmm. There's a show of blood to show that she's virgin. But a man, he can enter and go out. You don't even know if this one is a virgin or not. Mm-hmm. And same with conception of children. If a man cheats, there's a high probability that the child, he will, most men, they don't really, how can I say, when they cheat, they don't have those children or those offspring. Like just cheat for fun and all that. Yeah. But women, the issue women is, if they cheat, it will be putting you, the man, at more of a risk raising another man's child. And maybe coming to discover at the embassy when they have to do DNA tests for you.
I even advocate that as you are making the best secret with DNA.
That's you've heard this thing. You've heard of this thing where they say, there's this saying, now only mommy in pidgin, no picking. Now only mommy, no picking for papa. Mm-hmm. Trust me, almost every woman knows who made them pregnant.
Exactly.
So you see even the issue of being married. Yeah. And let's move the fact that she legally marries another man while she has another man. Mm-hmm. Right? Women know who has every child in their house. And that's why you see, whenever the concept of DNA is broad. A lot of women start trembling. Forget they were cheating and they knew who. They were sleeping with their husband at the same time. They sleep with that side nigga at the same time. But they know who has a child.
Okay, guys. So I'm thinking like we'll pick up this conversation again. As I earlier on said, we have to have opinions of both genders here. So don't exhaust your arguments. Keep some in the back because when you have the other gender on set, it's going to be different. So I think like, and then now it's a little bit one-sided. You know, like men. It's almost like it's a happy day. All of us are just kumbaya in the air. More women. But if you hear the other side, the women's side of things, and most of the time, like he's saying, I like his angle too. It's like, if I'm looking at it just from me, I'm like, it's cool to have many women. Yes. But you put your sisters, your mother in that equation, and you're no longer as fun as you think about
someone in the house and then they bring another woman.
So most of the time, when women are involved, we start, and that's the purpose of these conversations is to, I like to call it the warm water equation. Men may be hot, women are cold water, we get the middle ground, and then everybody takes the other person into consideration when making certain decisions. So, once again, it's your boy Ambassador again. You still be seeing these faces. We are here to have some of these conversations, to spark up conversations back at home. When you watch this video, call your brother, your sister, what do you think about this? When we have these conversations, we evolve, we all learn, and then hopefully you pick up something from here. Whatever argument you have, whatever quarrel, if you don't like his earring, if you don't like the fact that this man likes too many women, that's the comment section. And influence has already come. So, as John said, let him not explain himself. Just attack him in the comment section, speak your mind. So we out.